Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Eloise, whoever pops on in the morning, evening, afternoon. We pray it's a one for you. Welcome to Pieta Prayers and Petitions. I'm Helen Mary, I'm your host, and we are here to pray with you and for you. If you have any petitions, put them in our chat so we can lift them. And even if you're not with us, we put them in our prayer box. Oh, somebody just joined me who brought Jesus in the door with them. Let me know, because where two or three are gathered in his name, there he is present. All right, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for a couple minutes, but we're coming live to you. Sorry, my hair is just like being aware. Um, anyway, we're coming live to you from the Juanita Demas studio here in Chicago, Illinois. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I've got the heater going because it was 41 degrees when I got up this morning. So welcome, welcome. We're going to let a few people come on before we start our prayers and our petitions. So I'll tell you who the saints are for the day, though. Our saints for the day are Saint Maria Soledad and Saint Pope John the 23rd. Interesting stories. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Who's bringing Jesus in the door with them today? Okay, I'm going to go ahead, and it's okay to bring Jesus, and you're all worthy. If I ask who is it, because by myself, the Lord hears my prayers, but with you, he comes down in the midst of us and he joins us. So it's okay. I'm going to pour my coffee. And have some. So it's okay. We are all worthy of his love. He loves us infinitely. He forgives us infinitely. So I'm going to give it just a minute for someone to join us. While we're live and our internet's working, I pray that someone joins us now, because we have been having such a hard time with the internet. And I found out that the reason we're doing that is because they're doing work in the area, and they apologize. They apologize for that. So, but we're live, and we're going to go ahead and move forward. And let's see who's going to be that person that I'm waiting on, that this whole group is waiting on. All right. I've got responses from the prayer warriors. We have two text groups. Thinking we may need to start a third one pretty soon. So, good morning, Connie. Let me turn my music off. This is Again by, I think it's Marvin Sapp. Alexa, pause. And we don't own the rights to this music, as you know. We don't own any rights to any of the music we play. We play it to get the mood and get ready for prayer and petitions. Good morning. Thank you for bringing Jesus. We have a couple people who come and go. And when I say thank you for bringing Jesus, they take off. So, but like I say, and you know this well, Connie, everybody is worthy of his love. Everybody is everybody is welcome to his mercy. I'm using my coffee warmer. So I'm going to go ahead and start. And I hope Geronimo is here too. Sometimes I don't see him, but I want to go ahead and start. It's already 5 minutes. I know we usually wait, and I'm kind of worried that people won't know that we're live. So I just sent another text letting them know that we are live now. So I'm going to tell you about our first saint, because we have two saints. One is really long, Saint Pope John the 23rd. But his story is really interesting, and it's not just a story. Oh, okay, good. So there's three of us here together today. I know they'll pop on when they're ready. Sometimes I wonder if I should go later, but I don't know. I have to think about that because this works for me, and it is recorded so anyone can see it in at any time. And you know what else I'm thinking, Connie? I'm thinking that we haven't had a raffle, like not a raffle, but a drawing in a while. And I ordered something, so when it comes in, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just um, do another drawing for the folks here on our prayer warriors on YouTube, the ones who come live. Right? It's been a while since we've had one. All right, let's talk about our first saint of the day. I'm going to go ahead and do Saint Maria de Soledad because, well, I was going to say because it's shorter, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. You'll like this one, Geronimo. So, Saint Maria Soledad. I'm trying to see where I can start. So, Father Michael was a pastor of the poor suburbs of, yeah, see, I think about that too all the time. So, he's a pastor of a very poor and abandoned. He was a he was the pastor of the poor suburbs in Madrid, and he was aware of the problem of the poor and abandoned sick who could not afford hospitalization. And so he began an order which provided nurses to go to the homes of the sick, whether or not they could pay. And because of his special devotion to Our Lady of the Seven Sorrows, who we've been speaking to, he wanted to begin with seven servants of Mary. And the seventh applicant was little Viviana Torres. Viviana was born December 2nd, 1826, and she was the second of five children of a dairyman, a man who delivered milk. She loved to gather the children of the neighborhood and have childish processions to honor Our Lady. Later, when she began to visit the sick of the neighborhood, she would perform small penances for the souls of others. And in spite of her kindness and outgoing nature, Viviana secretly longed for the con- contemplative life. She wanted to be a nun. She applied for admittance to the Dominicans as a lay sister, but she would have to wait for a vacancy because they were full. As she realized that chances for an opening with the Dominicans were slim, she requested an interview. She requested an interview with Father Michael, the one who started this mission, right? This order. And she, let me see. And on August 15th, the 24-year-old Viviana and six others took three religious vows, and that was of poverty, chastity, and obedience. And they received the habit of the new congregation and changed their names. Viviana became Sister Maria Soledad, and that's who is our saint of the day. Many problems beset the young congregation. So the first superior left the congregation and tried to undo all of its works. The sisters were very poor and hardly had enough to eat as it was. And in 1856, Father Michael appointed Sister Soledad superior general of the community. Through many hardships, she persevered in charity, humility, and in her wise guidance. She spent many hours praying for more sisters. Mother Soledad had the joy of living to see her congregation given full papal approval in 1876. That means the Pope approved their order. Mother Soledad, let me see, blah, 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 contracted pneumonia in 1887, and she died quietly at the mother house after receiving the last sacraments at the age of 60. She was originally buried in the sisters' plot at the cemetery, but on January 18th in 1893, like 5 years after she passed, her remains were exhumed and transferred to the mother house. Her body was fully intact and it exuded a bloody liquid, and a sweet odor was noticed by everyone who was there to witness it. A few years later, only the bones remained, but Mother Soledad was beatified in 1950 by Pope Pius the 12th and canonized by Pope Paul the 6th in 1970. And today is her feast day, her memorial. She is the patron of the sick and the poor. So when we're praying for these immigrants, for the sick, the homeless, the poor, let's call on Saint Maria Soledad. And that is our first saint of the day. Second saint. I will try to cut it down